Thank you all for joining us today for the webinar. So we have here with us Anshuman Mukherjee from Tieto. He's a recruitment specialist with Tieto. He has got over 8 to 10 years of sourcing experience. He'll be sharing his knowledge about sourcing today with us. Glad to have Anshuman with you with us today. So over to you now.
Thank
Please
you.
can you
Thank you.
introduce yourself?
Sure. Thanks. Thanks, Chinmay. Thanks for the brief introduction. First of all, thanks to Sourcing and for inviting me and letting me present this related to sourcing and recruitment. A brief about me. I have like experience in sourcing, like more than 10 years, and uh, doing a lot of advanced search, working mostly on the niche mandates. So that's about me. Not much to talk about. So I'll directly go into the topic that I'm going to speak about today, which is more to do. Hang on. Yeah. Okay. So this is the contents which I'm going to cover today. The most important thing when it comes to any mandate are how well you have done your research in terms of understanding a job description. Whenever a job description comes, you have to know the basics about it. You need to uh, create a very strong research in terms of understanding what you need. So it's not only about keywords. So most of us in our initial days used to only go for the keywords in a job description, take out the must and directly go into job boards or into Google and start searching. However, I've discovered that with time we reach to a stage where we start saying that we have exhausted the market in terms of our sourcing and there are no new skills available, and we've gone back to hiring manager saying that there are no new candidates there, which I feel is always related to our understanding about a particular job description. So with this today's webinar, I wanted to stress that we need to go back to our basics. Whenever we get a mandate, how we should approach a particular job description, we need to find what are the alternatives that we can think, and just JD should not be your Bible. Yes, it's a reference point, but then if you get a mandate, always don't assume through your experience that this is just a mandate on which this particular keyword will be helpful. So your research about it in terms of what a person is going to do once he comes in into organization, what are those people doing in the industry, say if there is an architect, is he, means if your job description says that you need an enterprise architect, then there are a few things that you should be aware of, whether he's a TOGAF certified or a COBIT certified. If you don't have those keywords, which is not mentioned on JD, you may miss out on a strong enterprise architect. So with this, I'll start in terms of when you get a job description, how do you research on a particular keywords and how do you go about it? So instead of the first one, I'll start with the second, which is an acronym finder. It's a very helpful tool when you're trying to find a particular topic. Suppose you got a mandate which is related to CPG. Now what exactly is CPG is where you need to do your research and find what are the alternatives. So I'm looking for a guy who's a solution architect and his domain is CPG. So how do you go about it? How do you find it is the key. So in Google, if you try acronym finder, uh, and you type in the keywords, it gives you a lot of like alternatives to it. Now suppose I'm researching in what exactly is CPG. So it's, if through my experience I can say that it's more to do with retail. But then are there any other keywords that we can use? So if you see, if you scroll down after putting the keywords onto the search box, here there's mentioned consumer product goods. So starting with one of the keyword is consumer product goods, then there are more like fast moving consumer goods, so that itself becomes a keyword like FMCG or consumer packaged goods. So that's how you start to build your research. That's how you need to go about whenever you get a keyword to search and take it forward slowly and keep adding the different means to your search string. So the research plays a very important role. It gives you the means you can create a keyword repository. Even you can use a different organization like Nestle, Reckitt, Unilever as your target organization, which are doing a lot of activities in terms of retail or FMCG. So if you're in IT company and if you use this as your target, it helps in a different way to search for them. So that's how you should like start searching for the keywords. Even a simple Google search will also give you a lot of keywords, but then that's how you should go about it. Secondly, means one of the strong tools is Google Adwords. So this is a free tool. Means if you have never used it, it's a beauty in itself because it gives you a lot of alternatives how you can add to a particular search. So in this, you need to log in using Google AdWords. It's a free tool which you can use as a recruiter or a sourcer. So if you log in, you come to the page where it says Home, Campaign, Opportunities and Tools. So click on Tools, and there you'll see something as Keyword Planner. So once you go into the Keyword Planner, click on it, and then you can type in the keywords you want to find alternatives to. So that helps you to find. Again, you can see which are the, means what exactly is Google AdWords. It's more to do with SEO or search engine optimization. But then as a recruiter also we can use it to find different keywords that we can use. So suppose I'm searching for, again, say CPG itself, and I just enter. I'll then do the search. I'll click on Get Ideas. So here you see, it gives me a lot of keywords that I can use for my keywords, and that's how like you need to go. So if you see, if I just scrolling down, I'm getting alternatives that I can use like consumer package or consumer goods. So these are all being written in a different manner. So how you create a keywords using this is the key. So keep going through it, see what people are writing, like they've been writing in different forms and all. And similarly, you can create a very strong repository. Like suppose in this itself, they have mentioned consumer goods. So if I click, is it written in a different manner? Is that what I need to see? And that's how you will create. So always use Google AdWords for effectively to create different keywords. Means you can type in all different forms in it. And even if I see what is retail being written, so I can directly scroll through and see what ideas it gives. So here, how you need to use it is the key. So that's where you need to just see the keywords. If you just scroll down, there's a lot of ideas that Google itself is giving to you. Use that as your alternatives when you're trying to find. So if even if it's a simple solution architect role with the particular topic as CPG, it has given me a lot of different order like an FMCG or just consumer goods or perishable goods. So that's all becomes a part of retail. So that's how you should build onto it whenever you're doing any search. I'll go back to my presentation. So in this, so once you have done the acronym finder and then your Google AdWords, the next way are the what is .com and Webopedia. So these are technology sites. Means yes, there is Wikipedia about everything you can always see, but then also there are some technology sites which gives you a better information in terms of what a particular technology is all about. So suppose here if you see, I've done a search on ASP or ASP.NET, and there are two search given by whatis.com and Webopedia. So these two websites are giving me a lot of information about. So I'm not only going to search as a keyword as ASP, rather there are so many different keywords I can add on to it and create a strong search string. So maybe whatis.com has given a very descriptive, whereas Webopedia has given you a very concise and exact search to go about it. So you can build a search using this website, and that's where you need to do a research. So I always suggest don't assume about a particular technology and start searching. So if you're only using a keyword like ASP.NET to nail down into finding the best of people, there are a lot of gaps. So you may miss out on many of the people who have not mentioned exactly the word. So that's how you need to keep adding to your search. Like I have a different Excel sheet where I keep adding and do my research. I don't directly go into a job board or into Google searching for a candidate, spend a lot of time understanding what it is. To an extent, I can go back to my hiring manager and share my understanding as to what I have understood about this. These are the best keywords to nail or to reach to the people or the prospects. So that's how I build. Means whenever I work on a mandate, I kind of create a presentation around it or a PPT where that becomes my learning. So that's you build onto it. You get all the search strings on one place or your understanding about it, and then you go about building onto it. Next is a very beautiful link, which is called Semantic link. I'll show you what exactly it is. This particular website only works on a single word to start with. So suppose if I've used retail as a keyword, it has given me different alternatives like outlets, wholesale, retailers. Even it has given me a target organization which I can use into my keywords, or the organization which are there, like Tesco, IKEA. So a lot of IT companies are helping this company into their projects. So that becomes your keywords. I'll show you live as to what you can do into it. So here you need to use one keyword and then you need to build onto it. So that's add to your like alternatives and keep searching for it. Suppose if I just add sales, so it gives me all different keywords. Similarly, you can add all single words, like even as I said, like retail. So if you scroll down, it's giving me keywords which I may have not used earlier. However, now with these alternatives, I will do it. Like most of the people are working on mobility or mobile as one of the keywords to search for. Like people look for like working on say an Android developer or a mobile architect kinds. But then probably you always need to think what a particular prospect or a candidate may write on his key resume or CV, or probably on his profile. So it's not your job description, it's how they are writing their profile. Probably they may have written phone in their keywords, and if you're only using mobile to target them, you may miss. So here you see handset, smartphones, telephony. So those are the keywords you may not use if like people working on a mobile technology, they may use Android, they may use iOS. So with this, you are actually creating a very strong repository of all the keywords possible. So I'm not saying to copy paste whatever being written there, but then you need to be smart enough to create alternatives and build onto it and take it to search. So that's how use this particular website. Again, I'll say it will not take 2 words. It will only take 1 word. Plus, it's very effective if you know. It will not support you on technology, but mostly onto the roles like sales, retail, human resource. So you may get a lot of different alternatives how it may appear onto it. So use it. I like this tool very much because it gives me a different alternative that's been written. So the next is recently Shally was in India and he shared this particular website which is Rightwords. This is a different form of search that we can do. This is helpful when you have found a sample profile which you feel is a very good profile, and you want to know and you want to change the search altogether. What it does is it search for the word frequency counter, or you may say density. So a particular profile may appear on top. So this helps me in knowing why this particular profile is good or bad, and it's a different way of searching other than your keywords and job understanding. So I'll show you how you need to use this. So suppose I have already opened this. When you log on to rightwords.org.uk, scroll down and you'll find something as articles and tools. Click on it and you have here word frequency counter or phrase frequency counter. So one is word, which if you have a very strong sample profile and you want to use it as a profile on which you want to base your search, you copy that profile and you can paste it here. So Suppose if I have a profile, this is a profile which was liked by a hiring manager, and it's like they wanted a similar person. So, and they wanted more of this kind of a person. So, what it helps is in a different way you can search for the keywords which are mentioned there, and just see what is written and can you say. So, if I just see, means probably he is a strong architect who has mentioned in many times architecture, enterprise, solution. So that's one way. Probably if you have a sample profile, do the research. You will be surprised to find different keywords that may come. Similarly, you can also do phrase or frequency counter. This is a person may have written something which you may not capture through your normal keyword search. So with this, if you see, I'm getting something as enterprise architect, the enterprise responsible of. From that, I can understand that this guy is a senior guy, and he's liked by the hiring manager because he is doing something in terms of responsible. So in a normal search, you will not use keywords like responsible. However, if you do this phrase search, you may get those different keywords. So I suggest please use it and try to avoid your normal technology search that you're doing on a job description. Try it out. You'll be surprised to find the results that you will normally not find using your keywords that you have built onto it. That's particular beauty about it. Similar to this, there's one more website which is JobScan, which is mostly for a candidate. So nowadays, if they're on an ATS, a person sees a job description, they always want to know whether they will match to that particular role, yes or no. Similarly, we as a recruiter or talent acquisition guys can also use it to see if there is a guy whom my hiring manager is like, how he has matched to a particular job description. So this search that I'm giving is a different perspective which we normally don't do. But then I suggest we should try it out. So and see what is that different that that person has written on his profile that we may usually miss out. So again, I'm opening a different sample profile just to see uh, what the person has written on his profile and with the job description that I have. So I'll paste on the first side, that is the left hand corner, his profile, and I'll also open his job description. So here's the sample JD. Let's see what is that in his profile uh, that is good about it, and how does he rank. So many of the candidates are using it whenever they see a particular profile on an ATS or a job description, and they want to build onto it. So here you see it's a match 74%, which is decent enough in terms of knowing what he's doing. So the JD that I have, it is that I'm looking for an architect who is working on a retail domain. So his skill comparison that is coming in front of me is a very good skill in terms of how he is matching. So there are a lot of keywords like consulting, retail, enterprise architect. You can see COBIT, which is how you will nail down. He also has keywords like leadership, like supply chain. Again, is an alternative to retail. So that's how you get the details. So even it tells me as a recruiter as to what is matching and what is not. And on that, even if I know that why the hiring manager liked a particular profile, which I may have normally missed on reading, I can see that he is again a leadership guy who has been into the consulting side, and that's how you can build onto it. So it helps you in creating a different search altogether, which you normally will not do. So spend a lot of time on your research before just jumping onto a job board or searching and trying to get the best candidate. So that your hiring manager will be very impressed if you like do your research and go back to them using all these tools. So that's how you need to like move on and add to your keywords. So these like right words and job scan is a very different way of normal searching which we usually don't do. So you need to move on and try this all and see what else can be done. So that was it. So whenever I get a mandate, I do a lot of research on on different platform. One of them is Enhance. It's a freelancer portal where all the freelancers goes and post their CV. So how it helps you is like if I'm using or trying to find people uh, particularly who have their CVs onto this place. So suppose if I'm looking for a J2E guy and I don't know what and how they're writing it differently, uh, I'm not going to job board or LinkedIn yet. So these guys profiles will give me a lot of keywords. Like if you see this guy has written J2E, Java, JSP, JDBC, Hibernate, JPA, Eclipse them. So these are all different keywords you can add onto your own search. So you can open this profile, it's all free, and you just can see the keywords that has been written. So that's how you need to build onto it. So suppose if you're working on a technology which is very niche as like Tridian, which is more to do with SDL uh, or a CMS kind of a product, you can do your search onto the and see what they're writing. Like it's more related to content writing. So just build onto your search and see what they're writing. So uh, like use it to your advantage, use it to your research, spend more time like instead of just jumping and trying to find the best CV. So that's how you need to build onto it, keep creating different keywords and add. So that's one of the tools I use a lot to see what exactly a candidate is writing on their profile. Second is IEE Explore. This is more on what people are writing. So nowadays, most of the candidates are publishing a lot of things about themselves. Like if there's an architect, he will mention those details. So you can research to what he has written onto the keywords. So again, the focus here is the keywords and the understanding about a particular technology. So you can put in different technology here, keywords, and like do your research and find if there are good people onto it. So that's how you like keep on creating a different keywords repository. So let's see what you find. You'll see people writing about TOGAF as a framework which is used for architecture, enterprise, so COBIT again. So you know that whatever keywords you're building is on the right direction. And if you read through them, whatever they're writing, that gives you the latest keywords. Like if you write something as middleware integration into your with the TOGAF minus the architect as a keyword, you'll find a different kind of a profile that you may miss out. Because how as a normal sourcer recruiter will write a keyword is, will use quotes, enterprise architect, and with some technology. But how I'm suggesting you not to do that. You can add technology keywords when you're finding technology people instead of their designations, which are always changed. There would be a guy who calls himself as a delivery head. However, he's a TOGAF certified who's into middleware integration and who's doing a lot of architecture build-up. So that if he has not written enterprise architect does not mean he is not. So that you may miss out on, and you may say that finding them is very difficult. So you need to research on those keywords. Similarly, there's another website which is Omjili, which is more to searching for people who write on communities, message board, discussion threads. So again, this also works on very similar way this particular website does. So again, like you need to do your keyword searching on it, see what people are talking about, what are the communities which are talking about. So you can also reach to a place which are technology forums where this kind of discussion is happening, and you may hit a gold mine. So you never know what kind of people you may find at a place. So that's how you need just like probably it's again you will see if you IT risk management, COVID 5 framework as a keyword. So that's how you keep adding to it. So here you all see different keywords emerging on this. So I'm suggesting just it all hardly takes 4 hours to 5 hours to do your research, but then that itself becomes an awesome database where you know about particular job description, what you're looking for, because you've done your homework, and then you can move on to it. So that's how you should do. Another tool is Suval. What Suval is, it's a website which says what you're getting like when you search. So it has got many other website linked to it. So suppose if I just type in again CPG, I can see what your answer.com is talking about. I can see what Bing is saying. Is there anything related on YouTube? Or is Yahoo the best place where I can directly go into? And then I can, it gives me on one page itself, which would be the best site. So I would have never gone on to YouTube to see what's been written there. But now when I go into Suval and see what's written there, I will definitely go and research. So even as I mentioned, TOGAF, like if I go into TOGAF and I'll see where is the most of the discussion happening, I can see a lot, as there will be many books on Amazon.com because of which the search is showing. On Yahoo, people are discussing, and then on Bing also. So just not only on Google, please try to use other search engines which may give you all different insight what this is all about. So that's you slowly you build up. So if it means on a YouTube, usually we don't go and see what videos are in terms of keywords. But then if you see a TOGAF enterprise architecture, people are talking about it. So do visit those pages, listen what people are talking about, and then again add to your keywords. So by the end of it, when you reach to it, you'll create a very strong database altogether in terms of whatever your understanding about the technology as well as about the role will be very, very good. And even you can speak to a hiring manager saying this is what my understanding is. Probably you may sound a technical guy by the end of your research. So another a tool which is you should add or use effectively is Google Trends. Uh, so it means if you get a technology which you have never heard about and you want to know what it is, Google Trends can give you a different alternative. So let's see, like people do use a lot of things. I want to add to what my search has been. So uh, let's explore. Like I work on a lot of J2E based architect role. So what it can tell me is, let's see. So I've opened Google Trends, gave the keywords. I'll just see what data it can give it to me. So hang on, it's a bit slow. So it can tell about a technology since it started in 2005. How is it going in terms of people using it? Which are the location where it is being used more? What kind of searches are happening? So again, if you see like Java Platform Enterprise Java Beans. So I'll ask whether if I use only Enterprise Java Beans, will I get J2E guys? So that's a question you need to ask. So what if I click here, what kind of keywords come and can they become an alternative to say J2E itself? So here you'll see Java EE has been written. So if I write Java EE as a keyword, will I get a J2E guy itself? Or if I just mention Enterprise Edition in my keyword, will I not get J2E guys? So that's a question, and that's something where you need to add. So if you just add J2E and you feel that you have done your research well, I challenge you that that's not the best way of searching, because a person may have written on his profile saying Enterprise Edition I worked, and hey, he's a Java guy. So that's where your keyword will play a very important role. Uh, uh, with that's how you need to like keep searching and see what else can be written. So uh, this Google Trend gives you all those keywords that will help you into like Java Platform Standard Edition. So there possibility a person may have written just that, and if you have not used that as a keyword, you will miss onto it. So with that, Chinmay, if there are any questions, I will like that's fine.
Okay. From our attendees, do you have any questions for Anshuman? So as if now, Anshuman, there are no questions coming up.
Okay.
Is there anything you want to add in?
Nothing. There's one more site which is like a basic site, which is Bullify. Usually, it's now into an educational site where people use it. It's like part of Kit Search. But then, for any recruiter or a sourcer, you may create a search string where you want to see what kind of search you are getting. So if somebody is learning Boolean, or if they want to see whether they are writing in the proper way, they can use this. Like suppose uh, I use an exact word shapes software, sorry. enterprise architect. I suggest not to do this because start with a narrow search just to see if you are finding the best search and then add on to it. And then you can use a keyword like TOGAF. So if you see, the search that I'm getting below is a search which is coming from Google itself, but then uh, that's helping. Like the first search comes from SPAX, even that becomes a good keyword because SPAX is a website or a technology which itself helps in your enterprise architecture. So means that's how you can experiment with this particular site. You can also use a site search. So you don't need to learn the advanced command on say Google. You don't need to. So you can directly, suppose if I do a LinkedIn.com search here and see if there's somebody who has mentioned. So it will give me search where people have mentioned that. So if you see the profiles that are coming, we are enterprise architect on LinkedIn. So from this Bullify, you can see whether your search string is good or not, or what kind of results you are coming. You can play with it. So I love the UI which is there, and that's how you can see whether your search strings are perfect. So I won't say you can create a perfect search string, but a simple search string can give you a result on a particular day. Maybe on the next day you will not find anything. So you can never create a perfect search string. So with that, Chinmay, uh, I'll end this session.
Okay, thank you, Anshuman. Well, we just had a compliment. We don't have any questions yet. We have one question coming in from Reena. She's asking if you would like to share the PPT of this session with us. So,
Oh yes, why not?
okay.
It's
So,
everything on the Google itself. Yeah.
okay. So, Reena, basically, we will be putting this webinar, the video of this webinar live on YouTube tomorrow, and we will also share the PPT. It will be on SlideShare. We'll share the link with you. Okay. One question coming up, Anshuman, for you from Lisa Clark. She's
Okay.
asking, how long do you spend on keyword research for a particular job?
Usually between 2 to 3 hours if it's a new mandate. That's how I go about it. So means with time I know where I'll find those details. Initially I used to take more time, like a 4 hours in a day, but then that helped me. So I'll never directly jump into and start searching. So it would be between 3 to 4 hours till now. I do research on any particular mandate.
Okay, and of course it will be for the first time. So for example, you'll be working on the same particular requirements say after a month or say 3-4 months. The time you need to research initially will be very less as compared to the first one, right? So
Exactly, but then still that's what I said. I never assume anything because technology is something which keep on changing on a daily basis. So probably a search which I've done 3 months back, there would be
right.
some new keywords. So yes, the time will be less, but still I'll follow the steps again to see if there's something new.
Okay, great. So any other questions from the audience? So no questions coming up, Anshuman. So I guess we can finish this today here. If you have any questions, you can connect with Anshuman on LinkedIn and on Twitter. Feel free to ask him questions through these networks. He will be happy to answer to your queries even after this webinar has ended. Okay. Thank you all for joining us today. Have a great evening ahead. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.